This won't be fun. Hobgoblins was fun, but this, oh man, this won't be. Today we are talking about hobgoblins. Now, before we start this review, this video will contain spoilers for hobgoblins, even though I would recommend you never watch this movie. Now, let's start with the plot. We start with a security guard named Dennis listening to music at a film studio lot, and he is outside right now in the parking lot. There is a phone next to Dennis in this lot on like a crate or something. And yeah, he's just listening to music and the phone is ringing. But then Dennis's boss, or what's the right word? Not his boss, his partner, or kind of his boss, I guess, Mr. McCready, walks up to Dennis and says, "Oi, stop listening to music, mate." Mr. McCready does not actually sound like that. Then Mr. McCready sees that the phone next to Dennis was ringing. Mr. McCready answers it, but the person calling on the phone already hung up. And Mr. McCready says, "Oi, that could have been an important phone call, mate." But Dennis does not care. Then Mr. McCready says, "Oi, bloody hell, it is time for our rounds." And Mr. McCready and Dennis go inside the film vault. Eventually, Mr. McCready and Dennis make it to two double doors. And Mr. McCready says, "Oi, we won't check out that area, mate." And Dennis is like, "But, why? I wanna, see what is in there, actually." But Mr. McCready gets a call on his walkie-talkie from the big boss. So Mr. McCready leaves Dennis to do the rounds on his own. But instead of doing the rounds, Dennis walks into the area that Mr. McCready said not to go into. Dennis finds a big vault inside, and Dennis opens it and walks into the vault. And this happens. The true story of how Elvis Presley became famous. Anyways, Mr. McCready, we cut back to Mr. McCready. Mr. McCready, he's talking to his boss. Now, I don't know the boss's name, so let's call him Boss Man. Boss Man tells Mr. McCready that he was calling earlier. The phone ringing earlier in the movie was Boss Man. Mr. McCready says to Boss Man, "Oi, why don't you stop hiring more guards so I can do things on my own, mate? And also, I can do things on my own, mate." And Boss Man responds with, nuh-uh, you are old." Then Mr. McCready tries to call Dennis on his walkie-talkie, but he gets no response. Mr. McCready tells Boss Man that he will be back, and Mr. McCready runs to the vault. Right before Dennis falls off the stage and dies. Mr. McCready finds the body and closes the vault, and then he runs back to Boss Man and says that Dennis, quote, quit. And Boss Man gets Mr. McCready to hire another guard. Now we meet our main character, the one, the only, Kevin. Kevin gets hired to be a guard, and Kevin talks to Mr. McCready, and Mr. McCready tells Kevin to stay away from the vault, mate. And also, Mr. McCready shows Kevin that they have a gun in case of an emergency. Now we meet Kevin's friends. First is Amy, Kevin's girlfriend. Next is Kyle. His deal is he uses Kevin's phone to call phone sex hotlines. Why? And Kyle lies and says he has a girlfriend in his life. Next is Daphne, and I hate her. So yeah, screw you, pal. And also, Daphne talks about how her boyfriend is coming back from military training. Then, Daphne hears something. She hears a car horn outside that sounds like this. And we meet Daphne's boyfriend, Nick. Nick just got back from military training and is telling everyone about it. Nick offers to teach Kevin things, and Nick brings Kevin outside, and everyone else follows. And Kevin and Nick get into I kid you not, a rake fight.
Okay, now block every move that I make. I'm gonna take it really slow on you. So watch out. There goes the first one!
Go, Kevin, show me. Go, Nick, kick his butt.
Yeah, they for sure teach that in military training. Anyways, Kevin loses, and Amy, his girlfriend, says, "You embarrassed me." Okay, so none of these characters are likable, in my opinion. So I'm kind of fine with the hobgoblins killing them. Now we do a time skip, and now it's nighttime, and Kevin is at the film studio lot outside, and Kevin is talking to Mr. McCready. Mr. McCready and Kevin, they look at the cameras and see a man. We will call this man Knife Guy because he has a knife. Mr. McCready gets in a golf cart thing and tells Kevin to stay. And when Mr. McCready gets to Knife Guy holds Mr. McCready at knife point. Kevin sees all this on the cameras and grabs the gun from earlier, and Kevin runs over there and sees Knife Guy holding Mr. McCready at knife point. And Kevin says, "Back off, pal." And Knife Guy's like, "You don't know how to use that gun." And then Kevin points the gun in the air and shoots it in the air. And Knife Guy runs off, scared. Let's just hope that bullet comes down and hits Kevin right in the head. But sadly, the bullet doesn't come down and hit Kevin in the head. So, Mr. McCready tells Kevin to try and find Knife Guy, but not to be a hero. Kevin, he then goes into the film studio, and he goes into the room, or he like first radios Mr. McCready and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go into that room that you told me not to so I can find Knife Guy." Mr. McCready starts screaming and freaking out into the walkie-talkie saying, "No, mate, don't do it, mate. Oi, stop that, mate." And Mr. McCready, he runs over there and makes it there. Right when Kevin opens up the vault. And the hobgoblins run out of the vault. Mr. McCready starts freaking out and starts rambling on about how he just wasted his whole life working at the film studio lot. And Mr. McCready and Kevin run outside to see the hobgoblins. 30-ish minutes into the movie. So then the hobgoblins drive off, and Mr. McCready tells Kevin that he wasted his whole life working at the film studio. And he tells Kevin the origin of the hobgoblins. A long time ago, when Mr. McCready was younger, the lot was popular. Very popular. A spaceship crashed right in front of Mr. McCready, and and it was full of hobgoblins. Mr. McCready thought they were harmless, but no, they made people's dreams come true. Like people were becoming rich and famous. But then the hobgoblins would kill these people. Mr. McCready locked the hobgoblins in the vault and stayed at the film studio, wasting his life so that they would never escape. Now we snap back to reality, and Mr. McCready tells Kevin that the hobgoblins love. Wait, what? What? They love bright light? Yeah, this is a copy of Gremlins. Like, as you know, if you've seen Gremlins, the Gremlins hate light. The sun kills them. But hey, at least they changed it in this movie. A little bit. But still. Anyways, Kevin runs off to find the hobgoblins. Meanwhile, at Kevin's house, Amy, Kyle, and Daphne are having a party with lots of bright lights. Daphne goes outside to wait for Nick, and a hobgoblin attacks her in the worst way possible.
Amy, would you just go back in the house and leave me alone? God, would you stop breathing all over me? Sounds like Nick finally got here.
Oh my god, I swear to god I'm gonna do so. Anyways, Daphne kills the hobgoblin with one of the rakes and runs inside the house. And the hobgoblins get in the house and cause chaos. Nick shows up and Nick runs to his car and grabs a grenade? What the hell? Kevin gets there and they lock the hobgoblins in Nick's car. And Kyle asks to use the phone to call one of the hotlines, the sex hotlines. And it is revealed a hobgoblin is still in the house. And it makes the girl of Kyle's dreams come true. A girl named Fantasia appears outside the house. Kyle gets in a car with Fantasia, and they drive to a makeout spot called Reputation Road, I think that's what it's called. Fantasia almost pushes Kyle off a cliff, but Kevin saves the day by killing the hobgoblin. And that makes Fantasia disappear. Kyle and Kevin get back to the house, but Amy is gone. Daphne tells Kevin that Amy was rambling on about going to a place called, quote, Club Scum. And Kevin's like, we gotta go there and go after her. So Kevin, Kyle, Nick, and Daphne go to Club Scum. And Daphne has a falling out with Nick because it's revealed that Daphne was dating other guys while Nick was doing military training. But they find Amy, but the hobgoblins have already made Amy's dream come true. Which is to be a stripper? Wait, what? What? Anyways, the hobgoblins start killing everyone in Club Scum. And also Nick's military general is at Club Scum. And the general gives Nick a gun and grenades. And then Nick starts blowing everything up and shooting people. Then the military general kills Nick for some reason. I don't really know why he does this. I don't even think there is a reason. Whatever, man. So Nick is dead, and Amy breaks free from the Hobgoblin's control. You could even say Amy snaps back to reality. And the general gets killed by Daphne. Everyone gets in the car to drive back to the film studio lot, and Amy is still not proud of Kevin. But there is still a hobgoblin in the car, and it makes Kevin's dream come true to make Amy proud. They get out of the car, and Knife Guy shows up and gives Kevin nunchucks. Kevin and Knife Guy duke it out, but Kevin actually beats the hallucination, and the hobgoblins run back into the vault. And at the same time, Mr. McCready gets fired by Boss Man. Mr. McCready meets up with Kevin and the gang, and Mr. McCready says, "Oh, mate, they're in the vault? Well, I can't let them live, so..." So, Mr. McCready just committed terrorism. Anyways, Kyle tries to get with Daphne because Nick died, but then Nick shows up because he did not die. Gosh darn it! Then the movie ends. Now let's talk about the positive. I like the idea of how the hobgoblins kill you. I think it's definitely unique. And I don't mind the idea that they make your dreams come true or make you famous and then kill you. But they misused this idea. Because they made most of the examples you get of the people getting things, two of them are sexual things. Like the Kyle with Fantasia and the stripper thing. But then to be fair, there's also two other examples where it's not anything sexual, specifically Dennis, because he wanted to be a singer, and Kevin, because he wanted to impress Amy. But yeah, that's it. Now let's talk about Mystery Science Theater 3000. Mystery Science Theater 3000 was a show about a guy and 4 robots reviewing bad movies. And Mystery Science Theater 3000 is the reason why Hobgoblins is not really dead. Mystery Science Theater 3000 reviewed Hobgoblins, and it kept Hobgoblins alive enough for the director of Hobgoblins to be a guest at Comic-Con, and for Hobgoblins to get a cool Blu-ray/DVD slipcover by Vinegar Syndrome. So yeah. You should thank Mystery Science Theater 3000. You really should. Okay, Hobgoblins, go thank them. But anyways, here are some clips from the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode.
Your movie is called Hobgoblins.
This grainy photograph is the only direct evidence we have of a woman in her natural environment.
Boy, that sure is a bad movie, won't you?
It sure is, you know.
Say, fellas, here's a little song about that movie, Hobgoblins.
Are you kidding me?
Then let's go.
Hobgoblins, hobgoblins.
Work, Servo. Nice job.
Hey, Clownpants.
Hey there, Mike. You know how we really didn't care for that stupid movie today? Yeah. Well, by using our time machine, I went back to the early 80s, and I took care of our little Rick Sloan problem, if you know what I mean.
What? Servo, you don't mean you...
Yeah, I sure did, Mike. I hunted down Rick Sloan, and I kicked him, Mike, right in the shin.
Now for the next chapter. Who are the Fontanelles? The Fontanelles are a UK-based band, and they were in Hobgoblins, specifically the band in Club Scum. And 2 of their songs were featured, or at least one of them is. I'm not sure about the other one because I don't remember hearing it in the movie. So the first song is Kiss Kicker 99, which I believe is in Hobgoblins. Or, I know it's in Hobgoblins because they play it. But the second one, I'm not sure if it's even in the movie. It's called Love Me Not. But anyways, let's give it the final review. Let's give this movie the final review. And spoiler alert, it's getting a pretty low rating. 1 gremlin out of 10 gremlins. The idea of how the hobgoblins kill you is cool, even though they made it sexual stuff at certain parts. But also, this movie is not good. I would not recommend. And, as the director of Gremlins once said, the director of Gremlins, Joe Dante, he said in an interview, quote, Hobgoblins is pretty bad. Now next time I will be doing, wait, what? Hobgoblins 2?